I never read books, never read books. Books are something that gave me fright as a boy, and I used to feel reading as a heavy and tiresome work. Forget other books. I didn't read one academic book completely till now.
Leave Hound of Baskerville.
Why did I suddenly get the urge to read? And reading 5 books completely in 50 days. It is not a lot, but it is a big achievement for me in this field.
No, and no.
I am not a reader by any chance. No, I'm not made for that. I even don't know what are the books available in the market. What types of books are. There are something called as paperback, hardbind. I simply don't know. Books are not meant for me. There was no intention on reading any books too. If you tell me to watch one single movie 5 times straight, repeatedly, I could watch it. I am that type of guy. But books are simply not that. I couldn't cut it. I don't think I am meant for books. But I was wrong. Was I? Recently, after I dived into my self help journey, I went through all the things that need to make me a better person. Was it necessary? I don't know, but I felt it was the thing to do. After deciding to improve myself through my videos, I asked for suggestions on what all I could do. One genius suggested me to read books. I laughed at him and at the same time felt maybe I should read. So, I gave it a go. I decided to read this book because this is a very short one and it also felt like it's in the way of my self-help journey. I came across this book through maths videos, obviously, as always. It's now given, right? I started to read this. This was not a big deal. It was like reading one of the blog posts from the website. I finished this in one day. It was simple, relatable, and easily understandable. Done and dusted. Then I felt, yeah, maybe book reading is a good thing. But his concept of the depth got me invested in the idea of self-help and self-improvement books. I thought I should start doing this regularly and see where this goes. But again, I forgot about it as usual. I again stumbled on this book in Jan 2021 after Matt's video on reading list. Again as usual. This time I had suggestions in the form of a reading list that someone is reading. So I started with that list in mind, but no time gap set. I started with around 10 to 15 pages per day for the first 2-3 days. Then I felt the need to speed it up as I was not catching with the flow. I started to read for longer duration, longer hours. It almost took 10 days for me to finish this book, but the feeling is the same as the first book. This book really has good information. It is really understandable and the reading was really effortless. But it is not meant for me. Non-native. It really felt non-native. I was just going through the motions. One book at a time. Okay. Now we are talking. The information in this book really zipped through my mind like a needle. It felt amazing. I always had some native ideas that came naturally to me during my self-help, self-analyzation, self-reflection thing. But after getting to know the reasons, how things actually worked, I was over the moon. I was ready to learn. I was ready to read more and more books. It got me hooked. This is a game changer for me. I understood that if you keep on doing things again and again until it becomes a routine, it really sticks. Same thing happened with the need for reading. I wanted it more. The facts and research present in this book nearly taught me whatever I was doing is right and corrected me where I was going wrong. The path is correct, and I felt this too is meant to be read by me earlier, but I did not. Why? Why didn't I? I finished this book within a week, and I was reading every day. This had such an impact on my thought that it gave me new ideas, and it made me realize that I can do anything that I want if I do it correctly. Nothing more to talk on this. Nothing. This is a next level thing. Cut. I read somewhere that going for a non-fiction and fiction blender is the correct way to read. So, since I already started with 4 non-fiction books, I wanted to read a fiction one. And this was it. This book is about 380 odd pages, and I finished it, drum roll please, in 3 days. Just 3. I am now so much into reading. I am now so much into reading. I am now so much into reading. I felt the emotion of the characters as I read through and thought this is what it is all about. The imagination part really strengthens with the books. So why did not I read from a long time? I don't know, but I definitely like this process, and I will read books as often as I can. So to sum up, missing out on the books is really bad, just like missing out on Star Wars until I was 21 years old. Real mistakes. So I would like to read more books from now that I've got an idea on what these things are actually, and I would prefer to stick with 3 non-fiction and 1 fiction rotation policy as of now, because non-fiction, man, that's why this whole thing started. Maybe not 1 book in 2 to 3 days. I just read it with excitement, and I think 2 books per month would be ideal, and if it is lengthy, maybe 1. So, drop out a few suggestions for me on my reading list, and I'll go through each one of them and see when to read them. That said, I'm not stopping on watching movies and comparing those with books. Books are books, movies are movies, man. Movies are movies. Thank you for watching. If you guys could team up, we could do a read the same book together kind of thing. Put your thoughts down and let me know what you feel.